Hi guys and welcome to Simply Hike. Today I'm going to be talking to you about the women's Meindl Toronto walking boot. Now, this walking boot is nice and lightweight. It only weighs 660 grams, so it's perfect for if you're doing your Duke of Edinburgh, if you're just generally weekend hiking, or if you're going to be doing, an activity like the 3 Peaks Challenge. It's definitely a boot to consider for that. It is made out of a nice soft leather material, which means it's nice and lightweight. As long as you take care of the leather, it will take care of you. And obviously the boot itself is Gore-tex, so it's 100% waterproof and lifetime guaranteed. And again, you look after the Gore-tex will look after you. What works really well, to be fair, with the old Meindl leather boot is the Meindl Sport Wax. Now this helps condition the actual leather, stops it from drying out and cracking, which obviously means the boot's going to last you a lot longer, but then also helps with the Gore-tex as well, keeping everything nice and dry for you. Right, so that's the waterproofing. Let's go through the general bits of the boot. Obviously it is a full grain leather, so the waterproofing is going to be a key when it comes to the leather. There's not actually too much stitching. They've tried to keep the stitching minimal on the boot itself, stopping it from any seams or anything like that popping, which is a really nice feature. Really, it's all mainly along obviously for the padding, obviously on the top part of the heel and obviously on the side bit there. So that's to be fair, a real good plus feature to have with this boot, that they haven't tried to mess around with too much stitching on the front. It has the air active system as well. So if I show you here, when you push down on the boot, what that does is that pushes all the hot air actually out of the boot. So you've got these holes on the top part there, and obviously the big hole on the top just pushes all the air out. When you go down on the heel, it sucks all the cool air in. So if you've got a really breathable sock, it's going to be more beneficial for you. It's going to help reducing swelling. It's going to help keep your foot nice and cool, obviously stop it from sweating, as well as helping reduce blisters. That's a really nice feature, and to be fair, the key feature when it comes to this boot. Obviously, you've got the traditional style of Meindl boots. So let me just open this up for you. As you can see, it's got a nice wide entry point there. So if you do have a rather large foot, a big foot, or if you're going to be wearing thicker socks, depending on obviously getting your foot in and out, it's going to be really easy for you. Even if you're halfway through a trek and you just want to take your boots off for some reason, getting them back on, even if your foot's swollen that little bit, isn't going to be a problem. It's going to be nice and wide for you. Obviously it's going to keep everything nice and dry as well. So you've got that feature. What you also do have is obviously the eyelet section as well. They're all metal, so you've got full adjust. So if you want to tighten the boot up along your walk, if you want to loosen it up, all the eyelets as well work really well together. Obviously being all the way up and being obviously metal as well, it's going to give you all the adjustment that you need. Just another little feature on the back here, you do have an extra little bit of protection as well, and a bit of thicker leather on the back. That's just to give your heel a little bit more protection as well from the elements. Obviously also helps with the shape part as well on the inside of the boot. So here we go, that's the top part and the outside part. Let's take a look at the sole, shall we? So as you can see, the sole is Vibram, which means it's nice and sturdy, solid, but working with the actual groove and the flex of the actual sole itself means it is nice and flexible as well. A little bit stiffer this one, but that, to be fair, is going to be a nice all-rounder sole. Obviously the design as well is pretty quirky. It's thinner in areas, it's thicker in areas, and it's shorter in areas as well. This pretty much is to give the boot an all-terrain sort of feel. So no matter where you're walking, you're pretty much covered, unless you're obviously going to be going up Everest. This boot won't do much for that. But obviously you've got side grip on the side, obviously on the side there, so if you're going to be going bouldering or anything like that, or scrambling, it's going to give you all the grip on the side. And then the variation that you have in the actual middle part of the boot as well, it's going to tick all the boxes. What you probably can't see on the video is that the actual sole itself is covered in, it's not a smooth surface, it's actually quite bubbly, so there's lots of grooves on the actual inner part of the sole itself. Now these basically work as a molecular structure, working against ice and obviously slippery surfaces. This is to give you the most, or the best grip that's, that money you can buy, should we say. As I say, in a molecular structure, those grooves will fit in to the actual style and the shape of the ice, giving you a better grip. So, if I just demonstrate on this table here, obviously it's not icy, it's not slippery or anything like that. I'm barely putting any pressure on the boot, and I've got a really nice grip there. So you think of the pressure that you're going to be putting down itself, especially on an icy or a slippery surface, to get the grip. the pressure on that is going to really hold, and that's a real key feature with this boot, and that's, to be fair, why it's one of the most popular leather walking boots that we actually sell here. So there we go, that is the Toronto from Meindl. For any more information, please visit us at simplyhike.co.uk.